As we continue to celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, tonight we're highlighting a universal staple that carries a huge significance: rice.
9 of the top 10 rice-producing countries are in Asia. So 10 Tampa Bay's Sarah Rosario spoke with a St. Pete business owner about the tasty grain, its nourishment, and the culture it embodies.
As the owner of several St. Pete establishments, one of which is a well-known Vietnamese restaurant, businesswoman Thuy Le knows a thing or two about rice.
I was born and raised in Vietnam, and from very young to before I migrate to the United States, I get to visit the rice field. And you can see the worker working on the rice and harvest the rice. And then, after that, you take that best part of it and then you cook rice with it. So then rice becomes something very traditional and very authentic to me since day one. And even all of us in Vietnam right now, as just a baby, as parents, we start serving our babies with rice.
According to the Association for Asian Studies, rice was first domesticated in Asia, which helped build entire communities. Researchers say since rice was a key part of early village life, it also took on religious meaning as well. It is even used as offerings to deities at Buddhist temples. At La Vie on Central Avenue, it's the base of nearly every item on the menu.
So when I create this restaurant, I wanted to go back to the root a little bit. So I created the name called La Vie. Just a letter L, A, and then V, it stands for Vietnamese. I keep everything traditional as much as possible, the fact that because that's the food I grew up with.
You're probably used to seeing rice like this, but it can also be used to make noodles and even wine, all of which you'll find at La Vie.
I grew up with my mother food, and I grew up with Vietnamese food, which is, I have a lot of options on street, so we call them Vietnamese street food. So then I brought that inspirations here to America.
It's that inspiration that goes into flavorful food offerings that continue to bring people through the door. And while guests may not know the history behind rice filling their bellies, it's the driving force of a cultural experience: food, family, heritage.
And tomorrow in Tampa is one of the big cultural festivals in our area for AAPI Heritage Month. Everyone's invited to Curtis Hickson Park from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. and our very own Miguel Octavio is one of the MCs there. So you want to make sure, stop by and say hi.